Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hello, good Sunday evening, Roberters and Robertolinos. Welcome back to J is for Justice. Double header today. Second live. We are definitely working today. I have a special guest. I have two special guests. I have Maligator and I have Amanda S. Vita. I always say Amanda's Vita. Is that okay? Amanda? Okay, so I'm just going to stick with my Amanda's Vita because I like it. So we've got Amanda's Vita, and Amanda has been talking to the sister of Jolissa, and that is what we're going to be covering today. And you see on your screen, that is Jolissa. So we're going to go over that timeline, and Amanda is going to fill us in. We're going to fill in the gaps on the latest because we know that Adventures with Purpose has been out there, and I know people are wondering because I think like myself, they thought that they were searching today. So, Amanda, can you kind of clarify the Adventures with Purpose just before we get started?
They assured the family 100%, and now they're headed to their next location, which isn't slow.
Sorry, I had you muted on the very beginning. But they heard most of it. So what she said is that they were there and they already searched 2 bodies of water and then they heard the rest. So they're done with Jolissa's case.
Yeah. For now.
I mean, for now. They've completed the 2 searches that they wanted to focus on, right?
Right. But her family wanted this to be done. They wanted them to clear the 2 areas where they, where they thought that she could be. And, they feel better about that. Now they feel like cops could focus in other places because it's such a vast area where she pinged that they're like, okay, well, next location now. They're using it as a stepping stone. They're not sad, obviously, that they didn't find her there. They're excited and hopeful that Jolissa will be found.
Right. So that's just one thing marked off the list of of theories and options. So let's talk about the timeline a little bit. I want to get right into this because I know she's going to be calling in. Her sister's calling in about 5 minutes or so. So I want to get the gist of it out because, forgive me, but I am newer to this case because I was, covering other cases. So this is newer to me and going over just the basics. 3:30 in the morning, she got home from a family friend's small party. And this is on August 7th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she gets home August 7th very early at 3:30 in the morning. And at 4 a.m., brother isn't home, was expecting to smoke with him. So what does that mean? Went to a.m., p.m. What does that mean?
That's the gas station she went to.
Oh, that's the name of a gas station? a.m., p.m.?
It's the name of one of our gas stations, yes.
Oh, I've never heard of that. I'm like, is this for the timeline? I'm like, what does that mean? Okay, so AM, PM is a gas station. I've never heard of that. So
we've never heard of Wawa.
You've never heard of Wawa. I've never heard of AM, PM. Okay, so her brother's not home, so she leaves and goes to the gas station. And this is where she's going to retrieve snacks. Correct?
A cigar. Like a cigar. Isn't that what she bought? What they said?
I think a wrap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like a cone. Like cones or like backwoods or some shit, right?
Maybe
like for smoking.
Maybe. Yeah, they have zigzag wraps.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so some kind of product, like smoking product.
Right.
Okay.
Come on, Jay, you know.
I know, right? And
just
that's where they got
that shit, man. Don't FedEx that shit. It's a bad idea.
That's where they got.
Don't do it.
The surveillance footage was from there.
Okay. Now, forgive me. Like I said, this is newer to me, but I want to make sure that I have the facts correct. So at 4:06 a.m., she's seen at the gas station. And then at 5:24, she tries to call her sister on FaceTime.
Yep.
And then
Messenger FaceTime.
What's that?
FaceTime through Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Facebook Messenger.
Okay. So then 5:25 a.m., her sister called her back no, she called her again.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. So she called her sister at 5:24 and 5:25 a.m. And then she's seen turning on Nebraska Street and nothing.
Yep.
So she was seen turning on Nebraska Street shortly after leaving the AM/PM at 4:06. It was an hour and a half later that she called her sister.
Okay. So that's kind of reversed then.
Yeah.
So an hour and 20 minutes later, she called her sister, but didn't send a message in Messenger, just a call, a missed call.
Mm-hmm. 2.
With video.
And when she called brother the first time, she called sister as well, but sister was asleep in Los Angeles, and from my understanding, her phone was charging in another room.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what's crazy is so she was left there and then still an hour and a half later trying to call.
Did something happen at the party? Or was it just a normal party?
There was an inciting incident at the party, but I will start out with saying we have to remember she was seen twice after this party. So she did leave this party. Anything that happened there did happen. She may have been upset afterwards, but something did happen at the party when she left. So she had been approached by the owner of the home, who was her best friend. I guess they had been drinking. The best friend went to sleep, but because Jolissa's close with the family, that she stayed outside hanging out with the brother and some friends, and that she had gotten loud. And she went out and said, hey, you can't be so loud. Everybody's asleep now. And that Jolissa asked to be escorted. She said, hey, let me out. So she let her out of the house and she left. And she did make it out of the party. And she called her brother. She called her sister. She went home. She picked up a bag. They said some money and then went to the AM/PM. So she did all those things and then was seen. So she did have something going on at the party, but she left. Yeah.
But it sounds like for all intents and purposes, she already had a plan with the brother, smoke a blunt or whatever,
maybe,
yeah. And then she goes, and then he's not there. So maybe she needed a cone. I call them cones, like raw cones. Maybe she needed something to roll one with and went to the store. So where would she normally go to smoke? Is there a normal place that she might drive to and go sit and smoke? A place she liked to clear her head?
They said she liked to go where she was headed. They said she liked to go there, that she would go smoke in what we call the orchards, which would be like a type of field, say grapes or dates or whatever's near, whatever agriculture is near there. So they say her best friend lived around there. He passed away a year ago. She would go have a smoke with him, in memory of him there. And but then we know that she doubled back afterwards. Now, her sister's gonna pop on right now, but so we could ask her. But I've asked her before. Was she allowed to smoke at home? She lived with grandma and grandpa, and I guess grandma was becoming more open to the idea of pot being around, but that she still, she would still go smoke in her car because it's so hot over here. She would go smoke in her car.
Well, and let's face it, the shit's strong. If grandma ain't digging it,
it's offensive.
Yeah, you're kind of going to want to take it out there because it's not something you can just wave away. So I get it.
They call it loud for a reason.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Stout. Right. So I get that. So she lived with grandma.
Grandma and grandpa. Mm-hmm.
And does sister live with her or no?
Sister lives in Fresno. So they live in Selma, which is right outside of Fresno, but it's still Fresno County. And sister and parents live in Fresno.
Okay. It's very, very bewildering, huh? The only thing that's really standing out to me, though, Amanda, is the loss of her friend. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So, her friend, he was what I've heard is her best friend, and he was at a party with a few other couples. I don't know exactly what happened, what caused the fight, but he had done something on accident, is what I heard, to one of the females, and he was attacked, beat up, and shot. The person who shot
Oh,
him was arrested and has been held accountable for their actions. So it was never like a gang related fight because they were all friends, within the
but
household.
still, what a horrible way to lose your best friend.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care what he did. I'm thinking of her, right?
Right. Hmm.
Oh my God,
So
that's horrific.
yeah. So she did lose her best friend, but it's not like it's not an outstanding murder as some people have asked. It's been cleared. He was arrested and held accountable.
Hmm. And how has she, I guess that would be a good question. I'll ask her sister about that. But let's see, is there anything else? Let me see what else I've got here. We pulled up a bunch of stuff. I want to show kind of the area. I don't know if everybody is absolutely familiar. I'm going to assume that they're not, just because that's how I roll. I'm going to act like you don't know, just like I don't know. So here is, it's Sanger.
Yeah, Sanger's a city in between Selma and where she
So the AM
supposedly
PM is
ended up.
here, and the Trimmer campground is an hour and 12 minutes away.
Hmm.
And that's where she would go chill.
That apparently she had gone there several times and that it was something that she had done before to go chill. Yeah.
Hmm.
And being from this area, I can assure you that going to the lake to go hang out at that time during the summer is normal because it's the coolest time of the day.
Would she stay there like overnight or drive back?
It's not an overnight campground, and when you live so close, you go home.
Hmm. So there was justice though in the
In the
case
case of
of
the
her.
husband.
Yeah. Oh, here's Irene. Hi, Irene. Can you hear us? Can you guys hear her? Can you guys hear me?
No. I hear you.
Okay. Irene, you might have to click the little wheel where your settings are and then choose your microphone there. Make sure that your correct microphone that you're talking into, whether it's laptop microphone or your phone, just make sure that that's checked. That might be the problem. Although it looks like
Oop.
she dropped. She'll probably come back.
Yeah, it's probably better because then it'll offer her the option.
Yeah. This is just a really sad case, and
It is. It's crazy how people just vanish into thin air.
yeah.
I'm telling her to try one more time, and then if not, I'll call her.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem. Yeah, I don't want her to stress over it. It's not working. I'm just waiting for her to join. So where are mom and dad? Are mom and dad around?
Yeah, mom and dad are around. They're together. They're parents of 4 children.
Oh, mom was
I've
on
never,
Sav Girls, right?
I've never seen parents and a family so dedicated.
Oh.
Honestly, that's just the most tight knit searches that I've seen. I mean, they're all there looking for their sister, their daughter, their niece, their everything.
I dropped a really good interview with
Irene,
them
can you
during-
hear us?
Is she calling from a phone?
I don't know. It might be
Yeah,
weird
I
on a
think she's on her
phone.
phone. Hmm.
That might
If
be
not,
why.
I'll just
You know, you can give her
if
my
she,
number and I can just talk to her and hold the phone up if that's okay. Because I don't know
I have her on
how.
Messenger right here if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
Just
Irene, go ahead and drop off, and then I'll just call you.
yeah, just hook me up on there. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I can just hold it up here, and we'll be able to hear her. I'm so sorry.
Well, I could just play her through my audio. No,
Yeah, you can.
But how's she gonna hear me?
You won't hear Jay.
she'll hear you through the phone. No.
Mm-mm. Oh,
Yeah.
There's speaker, yeah.
Yeah, there's a speaker. I'm not on the headphones.
oh, okay. Yeah, duh. All right, that'll work.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, Irene.
Hey, I don't know why it's not working. It may be because I am on a phone. Not sure.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Irene, can you hear me? This is Jay.
Yeah, I could hear you.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right as well. Thank you for coming on and agreeing to talk. I know it's difficult, but we definitely want to help you get, the word out any way we can, because this is puzzling. And we were kind of going over the timeline with Amanda before you called. But is there anything that you want to say that, is on the top of your head today?
I mean, we haven't really got any new information about my sister or about the case. The only thing I could tell everyone is, like, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you guys, Amanda, everyone who's been trying to, like, help spread the word about my sister, and even people who just share her pictures on Facebook or people bringing us water. I really appreciate everybody.
So
Man.
tell me a little bit about your sister. What's her personality like? What does she like to do? Just tell us a little bit about her.
So my sister, I would say she's like a really outgoing person. She's really friendly. She's not like shy at all. She's like the opposite of me. She really loves music, and she loves going to work. Like, not a lot of people do. She loves working.
What does she do for work?
Home and she works at a packing house.
And she loves it.
Yeah, she's not like a packer. She's like one of the people who like creates stickers to go on the boxes.
Yeah,
so she's kind of like in charge of like
the shipping.
Yeah, she's like in charge of all the boys on the forklift.
Good for her. She's definitely in the right position. Oh, well, it sounds like you guys are pretty close.
Definitely, she's my best friend.
Oh. Well, we are praying for you. But if you don't mind, I'd like to ask a few questions just about the situation as a whole, just to kind of get a feel for what's going on. Okay, so when did you guys actually reach out to law enforcement?
So the morning that she called me on August 7th at 5 in the morning and I didn't answer, my grandma usually goes to church. Well, she always goes to church every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So they called me. My brother called me when my grandma got home from church, which is like barely like 11 a.m. So like only 6 hours have passed. And my family was already kind of freaking out, thinking she's missing. And I was actually not in town. I was at my friend's house. She lives in Los Angeles. So they called me and they're like, has Jolissa tried talking to you or calling you? And I was like, yeah, she called me like at 5 in the morning. And they're like, oh, okay, well, she never came home. But like they were already freaking out. I think my grandma called the cops like after she got off church because she already thought something was weird.
So it wasn't normal for her to just not be there.
Yeah, that's not normal of her at all. She always comes home. Like, she doesn't like spending the night at other people's houses.
I'm with her on that one. So that makes it even more odd that she didn't come home. Have any of her debit cards or, like any banking or anything like that, have those been used?
No, the last purchase that's on there is for the AM PM that morning.
That was the last purchase.
Yes.
And she was in a good mood at the party, though. She wasn't down. You didn't get the feeling she was, going through any kind of depression, maybe from grief or anything like that.
No. So I actually had a video called her around like 12 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And like how I said it was at my friend's in LA. I was like on top of like my friend's roof, and I like was like trying to show her, and she just answered. She's like, "Bye, I'm at a party," and she just hung up.
Oh, wow.
That's the last thing she told me.
Definitely doesn't seem like she would have been upset then. She was like,
No,
hey, I'll
not
talk to you later. I'm at a party. Bye, right? I mean,
yeah, that's what she did.
would it be, okay, so I know that she frequently, or I don't know how frequently, but she would go to a campground and just go there and chill. Is that correct or no? Is there any place that she would go and just chill out and like, you know, to think or whatever?
Not a campground, no. She really did like driving in the fields a lot because I don't know if you're familiar with where we're from, Selma. It's like nothing but fields, honestly.
Not really.
And,
No, I'm not. I've never been to California, so this is.
It's really fun to smoke
Okay,
and drive.
yeah, the part of California where we're from, it's not like LA or like San Francisco. It's like where they grow the food. You know, California grows a lot of food.
Yep. So farms and stuff.
In that area, so yeah, it's like a little farmland. Like it's a really small town, and there's literally nothing but fields that surround us.
Wow.
Like miles and miles and miles. Like
so, it's country. It's kind of like in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely country.
Can I ask you about the criminal case with her friend, the murder of her friend?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just wondering. Okay, because Amanda told me there was justice. It went through the court system, and they were prosecuted and all of that, right? So was there any bad blood as far as like any of those people that were involved or their friends with like Jolissa and her friends?
No, there definitely wasn't any bad blood. So the person who shot her friend is actually a child. Well, I would say he's a child. He's 16 years old.
Oh my goodness.
So they had gotten her friend and him had got into like a physical fight, and he brought out a gun and shot him. But I mean, he was just a kid. Like was probably like 15 at the time.
Oh wow.
And he went to jail. The kid who shot him claims like he doesn't remember that he was drunk. Like he tries to say he doesn't even remember. But I mean, like there was like no like bad blood or like it wasn't like it is a really big deal, of course. Like, but I mean, like it didn't cause like a war or like cause like
yeah. That's what I was wondering, if there was like this ongoing like feud or something. It was just something that happened at a party and went really wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it had just been a fight, and then he brought a gun out, shot him.
I'm just trying to think of everything, you know, that it's just so weird because cars don't disappear. People don't just disappear. And for the entire car and her to be gone.
I know.
My heart breaks for you, honey. It really does. I can just hear in your voice that it's been what, 3 weeks? So are you getting anything from law enforcement? Are they giving you any leads that they think, are they giving you anything?
No, the last thing that they told us was about the ping at Avocado, but that's the last thing they told us.
Now, what is that? What's Avocado?
It's a lake. It's a lake called Avocado Lake.
Did Adventures with Purpose search that lake?
Yeah, that's where they searched. They searched Avocado Lake and then Pine Flat Lake, which is like the lake right next to it.
Oh, wow. Are those like desolate? There's not a lot of people there?
Yeah, they're like in the mountains. There are like small little like communities out there. It's like it's just all mountains, and there's like a few houses here and there, or there'll be like a little small neighborhood, like a mountain neighborhood, but
no surveillance footage picked her up.
At 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she was out there at 5 in the morning, I doubt there'd be a lot of people out there.
Yeah, and it's pitch black, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I have a question. So did they think in the surveillance video, I don't know if you can see on the screen, probably not because you can't see, but that it looked like maybe she was looking at somebody when she got out of her car?
The police said that for sure she was alone. That's what they say.
Did they show you the actual video or just screenshots?
They have not ever shown me a video personally. They showed my aunt, like the AM/PM video. They showed her. They let her watch a little bit of it, but like I've seen what everyone else has seen on the internet.
Yeah, the clips I sent you, Jay.
Yeah.
Just up there, yeah.
Wow.
Which isn't
From
much.
my understanding, Irene, they had said your aunt had said she watched it till the end though, and she watched and nobody followed her out.
She got to watch like maybe like I don't know 15 to 30 minutes of it, like just from when she first goes in, and then watched another like 15, 20, 30 minutes.
What kind of phone did she have?
She had an iPhone.
Are you able to get into her iCloud?
No, that's like the one thing that is like, it feels like it's like almost impossible to get into it.
For real?
Yeah, I got into her Gmail, I got into her Facebook and her Messenger, but the iCloud is like really hard for me to, like, I don't know her password, so
Darn.
it's really hard for me to get into it.
I'll work with you on that.
Because you could probably do the, I don't know. You could probably check. You could probably check her whatever she has synced. You know, you can get in there and you can read messages. There's photos. You could see if she took a photo at any point. You know what I'm saying? So that might be kind of valuable. If you can get in the email that's associated with that iCloud, you should be able to reset
the password. Yeah.
I try to reset the password, but then it tells you, like, you know how sometimes when you're on like a different device, it's saying to be okay from her device.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to put like a code or
maybe
something.
Amanda can help you with that.
Yeah.
Maybe she can help you get in there. At least try a little more, because that would
Was
be.
she
on?
Yeah.
I could try.
Was she on her own plan?
I'm sorry, was she on
Her own,
like her own phone plan, or was she on with someone else that they could do like find, like I can find my kids' iPhone off my iPhone?
Yeah, she was on my aunt's plan, but she didn't share her location with anyone.
Shoot.
I know.
She was a grown
had
up.
been sharing it with my brother, but then like one day my brother said, he was like, "Why are you over there?" And she took him off.
She ended it.
Yeah.
She's like, to hell with you. You're not going to see where I'm at anymore. Oh.
Did she have Snapchat?
No, she actually like kind of weird, or I don't know. She just only had a Facebook, no Snapchat, no Instagram, no Twitter, like not even TikTok, just Facebook.
Oh, wow. So she was not a big social media person, was she?
Yes, I know, not even TikTok. She would tell me like, get off TikTok, because I would always be on it.
Oh my gosh, I'm with her. Take your sister's advice. Wow, so hardly any social media either. Did she have a boyfriend or any, but like an ex-boyfriend? Anything like that recently?
No, she's actually never been in like a serious relationship ever.
Wow.
She's just like, I don't know, I would tell her, because she's still very young, but I would tell her, like, you don't want a boyfriend, like, or anything, and she'll be like, no, I don't want a boyfriend, like, I like
she
being
don't want all that drama.
I don't want yeah, she don't want, like, someone telling her what to do or whatever, like, she just likes to be alone.
I actually, this may be just myself interjecting myself, but I see a lot of myself in Jolissa. I lived in this area at her age. I feel we kind of look alike, and at her age, I didn't want a boyfriend. I was partying. I was busy. And, you're working, you don't have time. Your friends are your boyfriends, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She loved being with her friends for sure.
So her guy friend that died, How did she handle that, Irene?
They were best friends. Like they weren't just like acquaintances or like friends who barely saw each other. They would be together like every day. She definitely took it really hard.
Yeah.
And she was sad, you know, like when he first passed, it was really hard. I think like she was handling it as good as she could. But this month of August actually is the month of the month he died last year.
Oh,
so
no.
This was so this is his like 1 year anniversary of him passing away. So I think this month had been being a little hard for her, just a bit.
Oh, it's only been a year since he passed?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 2019. Someone said it was 2019.
That was another friend.
She lost a friend in 19?
Mm-hmm.
And then her best friend a year ago this month? Oh.
Yes.
Poor girl. That's so much. What date, do you know the date of the anniversary of his passing?
Of his passing? I think it's August. Oh my gosh, I think it's today, August 28th.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, my heart just sunk.
Mine too.
Oh, bless her.
It just amazes me that with the cameras now with people on homes. I mean, like everyone has Ring cameras, surveillance cameras, you know, license plate. There's like cameras almost at every stoplight.
Mm-hmm.
But in these small towns, is there? I don't know.
Yeah, there is. I mean, I'm not sure if the cops already like are looking at the street cameras and like they just don't really tell us. But like house cameras, since the day my sister's been missing, me and my family, like every single house in the country, because like we are literally from like country.
Mm-hmm.
So every single house in the country, like we all knock on all their doors and ask them like, hey, do you have cameras? Can we see them? And they all tell us like, yeah, leave your number with us and we'll call you back. And I never have gotten a call back. One time I did, but she told me she's going to call me again later and she never did.
I'm so sorry.
That's
One
terrible.
thing,
I am so
one thing
sorry.
what they never asked was, how do we know? I mean, obviously we know she went home, but like, who saw her at home?
So my sister liked to contact us. Like we did all of our texting, talking through Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
And you know, you could video call on Facebook Messenger. So when she was home, when she got home, she video called my brother, like from the house.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, she video called him like 3:30, and she was like, "Where you at?" Because she noticed he wasn't home.
So she was wrestling around the house on the camera, and he saw her.
Yeah, he saw her. He saw her.
Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking something like, oh, they caught her on camera, so they know she went home.
How far is the AM PM from Grandma's house?
1 block away.
One block?
Maybe. Yeah, a minute or maybe 2 to drive there.
Wow.
And brother lives with grandma and grandpa too. That's why she was calling him to ask him when he wasn't home.
Yes, it's my grandma, my grandpa, and then me, my sister, and my brother.
Okay.
And it's normal for her to stay up those late hours like that?
No. Well, she works at the packing house. She works there 6 days a week, and then Sunday is her day off. I think she was at that party till 3:30, so she was just up, and I think she still wanted to like hang out and stuff because the next day was her day off, you know, so she could just sleep in if she wanted.
She was trying to wind down, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have another question. This might sound stupid, but where was the weed? Did she have it at home or was it on her?
Jay.
No. Well, no, I'm wondering
definitely
because she went to go buy something to roll it with, right? So I'm wondering would she have went home to roll it?
So her best friend that she was at the party with, she said she had a bunch of it like on her already.
Okay, so she didn't need to go home after getting the papers or the whatever she got. Okay.
Yeah, after getting the wrap, no. I'm from what like when you could see she turned down the street. Like me knowing her, I was like, oh, she probably just went to go drive in the fields and smoke. Like something very common that a lot of people around here do.
Yeah. Is there a specific place she would go? Do you know?
Well, now that I know her phone pinged out there in the lakes, like Avocado Pine Flat.
Mm-hmm.
I know she was over there, but when I had first seen her driving down Nebraska, my first thought was the friend that, like, the reason why people even bring up the friend that passed away is because the friend that passed away used to live on that street she turned on in a house in the country. So when I first saw that she turned that way, I was thinking she like maybe went to his old house and like just to go smoke in front of it, because I know she would do that sometimes to like speak to him or like, you know,
Yeah,
like,
to feel close to him. Sure. Does he have a grave site?
So
no,
you're at
he
the
was
age
cremated.
now where you
she
may
has
start
like a
feeling
necklace of his
certain.
ashes.
No way.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry, you cut out. I didn't hear that.
He wasn't buried. He was cremated, and she has a necklace of his ashes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that breaks
And they
my
did
heart.
see her. They did see her turn, but they seen her turn the opposite direction. Correct?
Yeah, they seen her turn the opposite direction of home.
Right.
So she chose to go into the fields.
But the way it's set up where we're at, all the streets, they're mostly grid. So even if she went the opposite direction of home, it's very common to do that if you're just gonna make like a quick little cruise around the block while you smoke before you go back home, you know?
Sure.
She could have just she would have just whipped back around and gone home anyway. So her turning that way doesn't really shock me if she had planned to go home but was gonna smoke before going home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me either. I was like, oh, because like that's really common for her to do. Like, she likes to like either just like park somewhere in the field and smoke, which is I know crazy, but like it's just a lot of young people do that here, or like drive around and smoke. Also very common.
Irene, has she ever like gone off grid since having, you know, losing these friends? Has she ever kind of just retreated for a while to herself?
No.
No.
Never.
Like when Jolissa is depressed, what is Jolissa like? Like if she's upset or down, what does Jolissa usually do? Because like me, I retreat. I like don't look at my phone. I won't talk to anybody. Like what would your sister do if she was in like that frame of mind, if she was feeling sad or down?
Pray.
She would pray.
Talk to God. Go to church. My grandma raised us very religiously.
So she had faith in God.
Yeah, very, very strong faith.
That's what I do when
Very
I'm.
strong faith in it.
Yeah.
With everything she's been through and stuff, like I know like what helped her through everything is like God for sure.
I can relate. I'm oddly religious.
Oddly. Can I ask you a question about the gas station? Is the gas station somewhere like if you went at 3 a.m, you'd feel safe, or is there like kind of maybe some shady characters might hang out there at night?
The only thing that's like I wouldn't say like it's like a sketchy gas station or anything. I mean, at 3 a.m, who knows? I'm not really ever out there that late. The only thing is it is right by the fields. Like it's practically in the fields. It's the last thing before you get into the fields.
Has anybody looked out in those fields by the gas station?
Oh yeah, we've looked through them like nonstop, especially the first week when the only information we knew was her turning into those fields.
Mm-hmm.
We've like searched them. Like,
did you have any help?
Everything we've searched them, we've searched those fields. It's really good.
Did you have the police helping?
No.
It was strictly
They've never
something
been, like,
you put
at one
together?
of our.
You're kidding me.
Jay, it took 16 days for them to do a press conference.
Yep.
When I called,
Yeah, and, like, people always ask me about search dogs. They've never had search dogs. No dog has ever came to my house. Like, nothing.
How did you feel when Adventures with Purpose said they were coming to help?
I was really, really happy, and I'm really grateful for them. I really appreciate them because I know, like, a lot of people want their help, and I know, like, they mostly work on, like, cold cases. So I was, like, really happy and grateful that they came, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy that they came and they didn't find anything, and they told me themselves, like, that they didn't want to find anything. They just want us to know she's not in there.
Absolutely.
it did so much because now they could focus elsewhere. Because if not, they were just going to be like, well, we don't know. We could
I know, because that's such a big thing.
now
Like,
they know.
not the normal everyday person can just clear water, you know, and say, hey, she's not here. So that's a blessing.
It is. It's reassuring that we know now she's not in the water, so that's checked off. Her family grid searched the country. I watched the interview with your parents, which just broke my heart. And I mean, they talked about how much they searched and they just want her back. And I mean, they thought about reaching out to any other, like, searchers, EquiSearch, anybody like that?
I've been getting tagged in, like, different ones, like Texas
Extra Search.
I think.
Yeah. It's got to be overwhelming, man.
I've seen that one.
I'll help with that one.
Yeah.
And then, like, that one people been tagging me in, and like a local canine search. I messaged them, but
Irene, are you doing this by yourself, honey? Are you doing this by yourself?
Reaching out to people.
Yeah, like, are you handling all these messages and reaching out and trying to do this by yourself?
Yeah. They reached out to AWP.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Irene,
Yeah,
we want to help you. We want to help you. We want to take some of this load off of you, like, right now, because you need to focus on your sister. So why don't we talk to Amanda after this, and we're gonna try to reach out to some resources and get you some help, because you shouldn't be doing this on your own. That's unacceptable. Your sister needs to be found.
Not just that. I mean, they're probably going to have to beg for another press conference. So we need to push for that too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We all just start blowing up law enforcement.
If we start getting resources, there are volunteer groups, but I want to help her so she doesn't have to reach out to all these people. You know what I mean? That's a lot. I mean, it's hard enough. Your sister, you don't know where she is. I want to take some of this load off her.
Today's the first day she's taken off. This is the first day she's taken off since searching for her sister.
Oh my goodness, Irene, we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you. Do you have a GoFundMe set up for your family?
Yeah, we do have a GoFundMe set up. Yeah.
All right, let's get that link up in chat so that people can donate to that, because I know people want to help you, and some people can't physically help you, and they will help you with money to, get resources out there. And do you have flyers? Do you have enough flyers to post?
Yeah, we have a lot of flyers made, and I do try to, like, put the flyer online so people could just print it out themselves. But we do have a lot of flyers here at my house.
Okay, if anybody needs a PDF, I'm sure we can email that out too. If you want to email the team email, J for J podcast team. Yep, we can send them out PDFs of the flyers and they can print them. But definitely, I want to look up resources in that area, because I know there's people out there like AWP who will help. We just have to find them. And you don't.
And maybe
she doesn't have the. It's like, Irene, you don't have probably the energy or the time to dig and find out who can help. You know what I mean? Unless it's given to you. So we want to take some of that load off of you if you'll let us do that. We'd like to get you some help.
As her mom said, they've never done this before. They don't know what to do. They're, everything that they're doing right now, this is the first time they've ever done it.
There
They
is
don't know
no
how to organize
manual
it.
that comes with a situation like this. There's no manual to say this is what you do first and this is what you do second. You need people. You need people behind you to help you. And we've got 500 people in here right now that care.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to know that. I want you to know that. There's 500 people right now, right here, that care about your sister.
I'll be linking you guys, and then whenever I can get back onto the chat, or I'll send Melissa a link to the Facebook group, and then also to the GoFundMe. They're also trying to raise money for a private investigator, but they're also going to try to get a free private investigator. Somebody's going to try to help them get a free one as well.
Have you thought about SF Investigates that did?
That's who.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, great. Okay.
He would be
Doug
perfect.
from No Thanks.
And he's probably sharing it all over Twitter too, which is great.
Well, Doug No Thanks Investigates had an interview with Norma yesterday, and her mom, his name's Norma,
Mm-hmm.
and he told her that he was going to try to help her get SF Investigates to help out.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay. I'll reach out to Lizzie Bones too. She's like a direct connect to him. So I'll reach out to her as well. She's great. Yeah, I mean, we'll help however we can, Irene. I just think if I was in your situation, I have 4 sisters, and if I was in your situation, I wouldn't know what to do. And it's got to be frustrating.
Yeah.
And you sound super sweet, and I can imagine your sister is too. Grandma did a great job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have they checked local hospitals?
Yeah, we've checked the hospitals, the jails, just anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing ever came up.
So crazy. How do people just
Does law enforcement have like a be on the lookout for her license plate? Do you know?
I know that they know her license plate number. On our flyers, we always include her car and the license plate number.
Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering if someone were to see it like in another town, or, I mean, because it's so weird that her car hasn't been seen.
Yeah, and I've been telling people, if you want to help find Jolissa, like if you truly want to help, repost whatever posts you see, and I'm not joking, because you need other people to see it. If you know truck drivers, put her flyer on their truck, or ask them. Not just that, if you know tow truck drivers, ask them to look out for her car, to send it out to other tow truck drivers, the license plate, so they could be on the lookout for not just her car, but the license plate having been swapped out somewhere.
for sure?
Yeah.
Has anybody droned out at Avocado?
Doug from No Thanks Investigates did.
Is he the only one?
Yeah, and another person did too. Actually, I know besides him, 2 other people have, but nothing. They said they didn't see nothing abnormal.
All right, we've got the GoFundMe up in chat, you guys, if you want to help. Miss Rebecca Gee in chat said that you can contact Apple if you have a police report and get her message logs. That might be worth looking into.
Okay, yeah. I had tried contacting Apple support, but I didn't have a police report at the moment. It was maybe the 3rd or 4th day she'd been missing, and they were trying their best to help me, but they were just telling me I needed a police officer to do that.
Yeah, so maybe with a copy of the police report, you can get that.
Just go right into an Apple store.
I know somebody in Fresno Homicide that I could ask.
Yeah, any resources that we can pull out, for advice or, just anything to give them some direction. But I think a good drone search with someone professional, who knows what they should be looking for, you know what I'm saying, would be a great thing too. And there's people with drones that will go out and do things too. They love using their drones. So we have a lot of work to do, because I want to get you set up with some resources, and I know they're out there.
There are.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. That's the least we can do, Is there
Irene,
anything
thank you.
else like you would like to say, Irene? Just to the public, to anybody that might be listening.
I just want to once again thank everybody because since she's been missing, like I didn't think like this many people would want to help, but like strangers have been more helpful to me than the police, honestly. Like I have people who are not cops or any like type of law enforcement who are using their drones, and like there's like this guy with the drone, and he comes out like almost every day with my family and like searches where we search, and like he's not getting paid to do that, or he's just doing it out the kindness of his heart, or even just sharing or anything like that. Like I really appreciate everyone's help, and
yeah, we can tell.
I can't thank.
We can tell. You're very grateful.
It's really sad to me that law enforcement are not doing these things or doing searches. I'm just baffled.
Unfortunately, what happens is she's 22. I mean, we just covered a case of a 15-year-old who was trafficked, and they treated her like a runaway. So really, are we shocked that they take adult missing people and act like, oh, they wanted to disappear on their own accord, leave them alone? I don't like that approach.
Yeah.
Honestly, PD knew that this case was different. They know that this isn't like Jolissa. For some reason, they do know, but we also have to remember Selma PD is very small. So until they reached out to the bigger city, they didn't have resources like where Kylie Rodney disappeared, where they have a lot more tax money. So we have to remember that Selma,
small town, small resources. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really small town.
They should have reached out sooner. They definitely should have.
Definitely. Yeah, they definitely should have.
I mean, to not do a presser for 16 days.
Right.
I just don't understand that, because how long does that take them? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I called one day, and actually, I had called a few days, but one day I actually called and spoke to somebody, and he, I was like, are you guys going to do a press conference? And his response was, why are you the press?
Wow.
I said, no. Or he said, are you a journalist? I said, no, I'm independent, but either way, it doesn't matter. Are you guys going to do one or not? Right. And then I got transferred. Yeah. I got transferred to a voicemail.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So frustrating. And you guys, we got to keep in mind too, this whole movement, defund the police. We've got to reverse that, because that's definitely not what we need. They don't have enough resources as it is. And I hate seeing, people losing faith in law enforcement. It sucks, because when we lose faith in law enforcement, what do we have? We have to rely on each other, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do our best and see who we can get out there to help you guys. And we will filter all of the information through Amanda, so that, you guys are already talking. So anything that we find, we will filter through her, so you don't even have to worry about it.
So her car, it shows her right here on this flyer we have. What kind of car and year is it?
It's a 2011 Hyundai Accent.
Okay.
And it's like gray or silver.
And they've already asked, there's no GPS on the vehicle, no low jack, nothing.
I figured.
Yeah, no, I went into where she bought her car, and he actually was like, oh my gosh, like he said his wife seen Jolissa on the news, and she remembered her, and he said she had like checked right away if there was a GPS, but he said there's not one on her car because it's already paid off.
Oh man.
Is her car, it's not reported in the system then? So if someone ran her, like if a cop ran her plate, would it come up as a missing person? It's obviously probably associated with the missing person report. You have a missing person report, right?
Yeah, we do have her. We have her as missing, and her car is missing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it says right here, Jay, in this thing that you're sharing, the case number, her car, but it just didn't give a description, and people in chat were asking for the description of the car so that they could share that.
Okay.
Like what kind it was.
Yeah, I also have her license plate number if you wanted it.
We have it on the flyer here.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we've got everything on the flyer here. So we've got the good flyer. So if anybody needs flyers, we can email those out. So we have a good copy of it. Was the car registered to her or someone else?
Yeah, it's registered to her.
Okay. Have you talked to any of her coworkers?
Yeah, I talked to. So at work, she has like these two best friends. They're boys that she always hangs out with. And me and my brother have both talked to them a couple times. I don't see anything abnormal. Like, she was really close to all her coworkers.
And she didn't tell those guys anything was bothering her, or she was upset about this anniversary or anything like that?
No, they said like it was just the last time they seen her. It was like a normal day. That night, she like the Saturday, how she went missing is like a Sunday morning. She actually worked that Saturday, and then after work came home, took a nap like she usually does, and then like got ready, went to that party.
Oh, wow.
And have you been able to go through her things? Like, is there anything missing that you think? I mean, I'm sorry. Is there anything there that you would think would have gone missing if she decided to have left?
Yeah, everything is in her room. Like all her clothing, just everything is in there. Nothing. There's nothing missing from her room.
Okay.
Just her.
Just her. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Irene. And
It's okay.
I hope that this nightmare ends soon for you guys. I really do. And I hope that, we can put our minds together and get you some resources to help. Because it sounds like she didn't intend on leaving forever. She didn't pack a bag.
Yeah.
When was she supposed to go to work? On Monday?
Yeah.
That Monday?
Yeah.
Well, I just want you to know that we will do whatever we can. And I know that you probably are exhausted. And we'll let you go. But we are going to speak with Amanda. And, just because I know you guys have trust. And that way, everything that is filtered through her. And it'll be a lot easier. And we will get whatever we can done.
Just so you get less nonsense. At least from us.
Thank you guys so much.
Do you have the video, Jay, of her parents?
I'm not sure, but we can let her go and then we can play that stuff. I don't want to keep her on the phone for that. But if that's it, if you guys don't have any other questions, I think we should let her go and then we can start looking and seeing what we can do to help.
No, I'm good. I've been asking questions all week.
I'm sure you have. You probably asked everything that I would ask. Thank you so much, Irene, for talking to us.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll be praying for you and your family.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, goodbye.
She makes me want to cry. She is a sweetheart.
Me too. My heart literally
she
just
is
aches.
a sweetheart. Oh my God.
Their entire family. Melissa was asking if you've seen the videos. I have one, the very first one that I did. It's like her family's interviews. That's why I was moved to, start helping, because
that's exactly how I felt. I heard her and I'm just like, this poor girl, she needs some help. She needs an army behind her, I know there's been people helping.
Places somewhere else.
I know that I know everybody's been sharing this and all of that stuff, but I think that we can, if we get enough people to kind of bug, certain entities, we can maybe get some movement.
Yeah.
I really would love to see someone who's a good drone worker.
Yeah, even the country roads, out there where they've already searched, you just never know.
It's just so weird, though. Her car and AWP didn't find anything, not even a sign that she was there.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So
that her phone would ping there, but nothing.
And someone in chat, this was a good thing, Amanda, because I forget everything. But someone in chat said, I'm a roadside, like a tow truck driver person, like emergency assistance. And they said they should be blasting these flyers to us. Like, we're the ones that would see cars. And that's such a good idea.
Not just that, they read license plates now too. So if there's any way to help with that, where they could just put it on their reader where it automatically reads license plates.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you call like local tow truck companies? Or
I would think you could email blast this flyer to tow truck companies.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just, we got to sit down and we just got to figure out who's going to do what and then just start doing it. Yeah. Because I think
and then people have to remember,
email blast this flyer to tow truck companies. Also hit up, any kind of like drone, like there's hobby drone groups and shit like that. They love doing stuff. They love doing stuff. There's canine dogs that are volunteer groups that we can hit up.
100%.
Our Adventures with Purpose, 100% sure that she's not in there. Like
they said 100%.
They did. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm so happy for that because they can move on from that. I felt like they were going to stonewall us with that unless that happened. And then it happened. I was like, perfect. I knew she wasn't in there. I knew she wasn't.
That makes, and I trust that if they said 100% that she's not, because I know if there was even a smidgen, they would say that they're not 100% sure. So I trust that. I trust those guys' morals and ethics. Someone else had another idea. Flo. She said, put it on company Facebooks for the tow trucks. Great idea. On their Facebook pages. So
my car's been towed a time or two here in this county, so I'll call those two at least.
Yeah, I mean, at least they can show it to their workers or put it in the trucks.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely I mean, I've been saying it for people to get a hold of the truckers they know, but I should be calling the tow trucks in my area.
I didn't think of that. That's a great idea, though.
We're remote. You could just call from wherever you're at if you want to help.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you want to help, you can email.
You could be in New York and do this.
Yeah, email the team because we're gonna have to divvy up. This is a lot, but I think we can do it with enough people. It would be easy. It's just hard for one person. I can't imagine, like Amanda and Irene tackling this by themselves because. A, you don't think of everything, and B, you can only do so much.
Mm-hmm. Well, finally, my social networking is paying off somehow.
Amanda, you're an amazing person too. I just want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I know. Thank you.
I'm really glad that we got to know each other, though. I am.
Well, that's why I was going to message her because I seen she's been covering her nonstop, and I know that hits close home to her.
I just finally looked at my messenger, and I see that you messaged me. I apologize. I never go on there. Terrible.
I knew that. That's why I messaged Melissa.
Well, that's a good thing. Good thing. When you message me and it doesn't get read for months, you're like, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't read Messenger.
But no, I mean, Amanda, you've done great things, not only for this family, but for other families. And you always are very respectful. And I just, and I trust you. So I think that this will be great that we can help this family together.
I agree.
Well, thank you for that. And, I would also like to thank you for giving me my platform for the first time. I'm probably going to hit 10K any day now. So
are you almost at 10K? Hey, you guys share Amanda's Vita, or Amanda S. Vita, however you want to say it. Share her link. Let's get her to 10K. Whoop, whoop. Double digits, baby.
She does great things.
It's only upwards from here, Amanda's Vita.
Stop.
Stop. Oh, man. All right. Well, I guess we can end this on that note. And we'll get busy. We'll put our heads together and think of all the different things we can do. And then we will get with Amanda and figure it all out.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
keep
you,
it
Jay,
up.
so much.
Can you guys put the link for Amanda S. Vita?
Shell's been doing it. Thank you,
she
Shell.
is? Okay. Oh, she's like, I've been sharing it. Yeah, truck stops,
Shell
rest
stop.
areas, bus stations. I don't know if they have that all in the country, though. We'll figure it out.
And if you guys want to help, share flyers, donate. They want to try to get a PI, so they're going to try to get a free one. And if not, they will be using the proceeds to try to get a private investigator just to cover all avenues, because anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we shared the GoFundMe on the podcast page as well.
Yeah, we're not going to get into billboards here.
No billboards.
No billboards, but we will do what we can. And I think getting, foot people out there, boots on the ground is going to be important, because cars don't disappear.
No. Cars and people don't disappear. There's always...
You guys, I just can't help but just think about maybe she was carrying around some sadness. And maybe,
dude.
a lot of people just, they don't show it. And she had a lot of loss. That's a lot. That's a lot for a 22-year-old. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
And I hope that that's not the case. But it makes me sad that she, had those losses in the last few years. It's a lot for a young kid. And I say young kid because to me, 22 is a young kid. So
I followed a lot of cases, and it's just weird that within a day, 2 women just completely vanished. We found one, but just the way that it just happened was just, it's the word I've been using is confusing. I'm just confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's almost like, you don't want to say like a blessing they were in the area for Kylie, but had they probably not come search this quick had they not been in the area.
Totally a blessing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But is there other bodies of water that are around?
Yeah, there are several, and there's more lakes, but they were just trying to rule out the ones where the triangulated
the most
ping
common
happened.
Yeah, the ping, and then like close to that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so sad.
Ping there and it stops.
I can't imagine. This is what really breaks my heart about these cases. I can't imagine what it must feel like to go to bed knowing that a member of your family is unaccounted for. I just can't. It makes my heart hurt to think about that.
I'm sure it's like waking up to a nightmare every day.
That's what I'm saying. 3 weeks. Oh my God. It must feel like 3 years.
My heart completely hurts for them. And I've just, I've given my family the same grief over it. They're worried about her too. Just, I think anybody that's hearing about it is worried about her. And I think that's a good thing to get the word spread. I mean, this is heart-wrenching, and we need people to look into their hearts to help look for her, because it all helps. Even if you're far away, it helps.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, because I mean, like I said in the other live with Kylie, like they have closure now and that don't have to always wonder where she is. So I think it's worse when you're just waking up every day and you have no closure, wondering where she could be, where's her car, and just gone without a trace. Nothing. And not even getting help from law enforcement after 3 weeks. I mean,
I think getting in her Apple, Amanda, is gonna be huge. If you can.
mm-hmm.
And I think with the police report, I think that they might, because she said that the Apple told her she would need a police officer. So I think she needs.
Yeah, and she has it now. So.
Yeah, I think that if she can get her last messages, or even if you can get in there and you can get into notes, a lot of people put their thoughts in notes.
Yeah.
There's just, it could hold a key or at least a clue to something.
And I have a friend that works with Apple. She does technical support because I message her all the time because I'm smack stupid.
I can imagine you must drive her bonkers.
Yeah, I actually bought my Mac through her. She got me her discount, and then I just sent her the money. But I'm gonna ask her because she would know. She's worked there like 10 years. What would we have to do to get into that phone? What we would need?
What time did her phone ping? I'm sorry.
They said the morning, but they wouldn't give us the time. But you know who else works for Apple?
Oh.
Florida Bass Fishing.
Oh, is Ernie still around? I haven't seen Ernie in ages. Tell Ernie I said hi.
I'll tell him to drop in. Yeah, I'll message him.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's been forever. Yeah. So I think if you can get her last like ping time, probably from that too. Why won't they tell them? What's the
I don't know.
weird? That's weird to me.
They also won't reveal what streets she took back, because she doubled back into town after she had turned left west. She at some point doubled back through town, and then that's when she headed towards the lake. They won't tell us where they saw her on camera.
Not even her
But they're
parents.
saying she was alone. No, but they're saying she was alone.
I'd be like, excuse the fuck out of me. You're not gonna come out here and drone, and you're not gonna bring your dogs out. Tell me where the fuck. What? Why are they keeping that shit secret if they're not even?
I feel like they do that though with a lot of cases. They keep a lot of things that they don't want to tell the families because they are afraid they're going to probably leak information.
But but they're not even telling the family that they're investigating anything.
No, I
So
get
it'd be
it.
one
I
thing
get
if
it.
they said, you know what, we've got some leads and we need to keep that information close to the vest.
Right.
But if
I mean, Jay, it's even as bad as they probably already knew she wasn't in the area the family was searching for days in. They were searching for days in an orchard when the police probably already knew she had doubled back the other way.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Are they even
Wow.
searching at all, the cops?
I've heard that I don't want to say they're not, but I've heard that there's not much action from them.
They need to get that video in their possession. That's why, yeah, private eye would get all that shit.
Thank you, Glenda.
Yeah, thank you, Glenda. And thank you, Nicole B. I saw that you messaged Lizzie. And Lizzie said she's busy, but she's going to get me SF's info, and then I'll get it to you. Sound good, Amanda?
Yeah.
All right. We
Yeah,
are
sounds great.
going to move and shake on this. It's already been 3 weeks, long enough.
Yep.
So let's get off here and stop flapping our jaws. And let's
everybody
let's
share
help
this
them.
out.
yeah, share this
Yeah,
out. And if
If
you
you have a platform, share this video.
Yep. And if you want to help or you want flyers or anything, you can email the team email that's been going through the chat.
All right.
All right. Thanks,
Well, thank you,
Amanda,
Jane,
so
so
much.
much.
Yes.
Yes. I'm glad you reached out, Amanda. I'm glad we're gonna
Yep.
move and shake some stuff.
Anytime,
I
Amanda.
love you.
We love you too, girl.
All right,
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
All right, Maligator. It looks like we've got some work to do.
Yes.
Mike Sanders says, can someone file a FOIA request to make PD release their info? I don't know how to do that, but we can probably figure it out. They need help.
They do. I do think you should play their parents'
Oh,
interview.
let me find
because it is
Heartbreaking.
I think people need to just see it.
Okay, which...
I wrote under it.
Oh, she was last seen wearing white Nike tank top slides. Oh, white Nike tank top slides, either black or gray shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going through this stuff here.
Yeah.
Here's the surveillance video. I didn't want to do all this while her sister was on the...
No, I get it.
Okay, so let me try to make this bigger for chat. Hopefully, Amanda's Vita gets to 10,000. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Me and her can have a 10,000 and a 70K celebration.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, we are like 200 subs away from 70K. I can't effing believe it.
Yes.
Or
let's get Jade 70K.
Organic AF. Right? Those are organic AF. It's taken 4 years. Okay, let's watch this. I hope it's big enough.
Oh, that's all they shared.
Is she just paying? Is she having a problem paying?
Mm-mm.
Why is that guy putting his hand out like that? No, we got to look at this closer. We got to zoom in. Why can't I make that video bigger? It's so obnoxious.
There is other ones I think I sent you, maybe.
Yeah, I can't make it. All right, let me see. Because that guy like kind of waves his hand.
Oh,
That's just screen caps.
yeah.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I think this is in an article. YouTube video. Here we go.
New at 11, a Selma family is asking for your help in locating their missing daughter, 22-year-old.
All right, hold up. This is from August 14th. Hang on, let me pull it up for you. For your viewing pleasure. And you might have to listen on YouTube. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance.
New at 11, a Selma family is asking for your help in locating their missing daughter. 22-year-old Jolissa Fuentes was seen last Sunday at an AM/PM gas station. There's a $5,000 reward for any information about her. Natalie Vera has the latest.
And I pray for strength, God.
The Fuentes are praying for good news.
We've been here for the past 5 days searching.
On Saturday, Jolissa Fuentes' loved ones carried out another search for the 22-year-old missing woman.
Trying to find anything that, any belongings of my daughter, whether it was her purse, any of her clothing, her car, and I hate to say it, even my daughter herself.
Jolissa was last seen at this AM/PM at Highland and Nebraska Avenues in Selma last Sunday. Here's surveillance video from that day. Jolissa pulls up at 4:04 a.m. She buys a cigar and she's back in her 2011 silver Hyundai Accent by 4:06 a.m. But then she drives off and makes a left on Nebraska Avenue. Her parents say she lives with grandma and she should have made a right turn to go back home.
We don't know why she turned left.
Her loved ones don't think Jolissa would disappear on her own, though.
Her phone's been off. We've been sending text messages, calling it, but it's been off since Sunday.
The Fuentes say Jolissa's sister had 2 missed FaceTime calls from Jolissa's number at 5:24 and 5:25 a.m. That's about an hour and a half after she left the gas station.
This is by far my worst week ever of my life.
We're desperate. We need my baby back. So if somebody knows where she's at, please let her go. If you know anything, please let us know.
For now, her friends and family continue searching.
Don't give up, because I know my baby wouldn't give up.
There is a $5,000 reward for information leading to Jolissa's whereabouts. If you know anything about this case, please contact Selma Police. Reporting in Selma, Natalie Vera, KC24 Local News That Matters.
Okay, what I just noticed, I'm going to mute this to get rid of the sound, but watch her swing that car door open.
I said the same thing to Amanda.
Here, I'm going to slow it down. Let's watch it in slow motion.
I don't want to say, like, I think she almost looked like pissed or impaired. Is kind of how
I don't know about impaired, but, well, maybe. I mean, she was at a party, but she seems a little like,
annoyed.
like, yeah.
Well, they said she left angry, so I mean,
Well, I've got
she
it
went
on
to cool off.
slow-mo.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be nice if they released it in its entirety. Okay, so here she's talking to the... See, she's punching in her debit. So why did she stop at Grandma's for a bag of money? Because she just used her debit. What's that all about? Anybody know? Creaky chair? You got something to say over there, creaky chair?
I know. I'm going to WD-40 it tomorrow.
No,
I
seriously.
don't know why
I
she had
mean,
money.
what up with that?
Mm.
So
Unless she planned on going to hang out with somebody and have more.
Okay, but tell me
drinks.
more. What's with this bag of money at Grandma's? We kind of like glazed over that. Because I thought
I don't know about it.
I thought maybe she used it for like the store or something. Is
No,
Manda's
that's
Vita in chat still?
Yeah, she said her bag and money, but don't know if that means debit card or cash. Oh, she got her bag and money, not a bag of money. She got her bag.
Oh, so like her purse, her bag and money? Oh, I see. So like she has her purse. Is this near
Yeah,
a
but she
county
said-
line?
But she said she doesn't know if that means debit card or cash.
The bag is a purse, the mom confirmed, Steve H. said.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought she like stopped for cash money. I was like, what? Okay. Glad I clarified that.
It's a Michael Kors backpack. Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I use.
All right. So she does use the debit card. Let's keep watching.
And did she just carry in the debit card? Because I don't see her.
I don't know,
purse in
but
her
why'd that
hand.
dude like bow out of the camera? That was weird. Watch
I thought so too.
Watch the cashier. I'm not saying he did anything sus. Maybe he just doesn't. It's like
In the other,
It's almost like he knew this was going to be watched. Watch him. It's weird. See him? So he like says something to her like da da da, and then he looks up like over, and he's like oh, and then he kind of backs out.
Well, there is a guy in another video that was released that walks out the same just right before she does, and he has like a safety vest on.
Oh shit, she does look drunk. No,
she said she only had
no.
she said she only had 2 or 3 beers, but
Well, I don't
mean,
know
that was
what
my
it takes for this girl to be intoxicated.
But I mean, and she was smoking as well.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not being judgy. I'm just saying she leans on her car right here. She's got her arm leaning on her car as she's getting in. That's why they're not showing that whole video. I guarantee it. Watch.
Amanda said there's another cashier on the right. So there's 2 cashiers.
Okay. But watch when after she swings the door open, watch her right arm. Watch her right arm lean on the car, and then she like stumbles to get in. See that? And they cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's almost leaning. I don't like that.
I know there's other video clips that look better. I'm sure Amanda probably has one clip that she could send
Well,
us.
I mean, it's
that one's just a little more glitchier than some of them that I did see.
Well, let me see if I can find a better one, because I want to see a better one. But I do see her leaning on her vehicle, and that's people don't normally need to lean on their vehicle, to get in it. And I mean, it's not like it would be unheard of, right, for someone to be buzzed.
No, I mean, I get buzzed on 3 drinks, and I mean, if you're smoking and drinking, it's very possible.
Well, and let's face it,
but she did make it.
She's a block from her home. It's not like she drove an hour to go get a cone. So she's a block away.
No.
And then, if she's anything like I was at 22, my sister died when I was 11. And when I would be buzzed, when I was like, probably not 22, probably more like 18, I would go sit at the cemetery at night. Like on my way home, I passed by the cemetery. I would stop at the cemetery, sit, talk to my sister. I've done it. So I get it. And especially if it was creeping up on the date. I mean,
the other thing though, I mean, if she was that intoxicated, she drove an hour and 14 minutes to where her phone pinged. So I mean,
it was an hour. That avocado is an hour and 14 minutes away.
Yeah. Did you see on the map? You showed
I didn't
the
know
map
that was
earlier.
avocado. It said some campground. So I didn't know if it
Well,
was
that's
the
where
same
the lake
place.
is. Yeah, that's where the lake
Because her
was.
sister said it wasn't a campground, so I was confused if there was 2 locations.
It's just diet.
Okay, so here is an enhanced version. It's going to be on YouTube. Nice and big. And, I guess it would depend too on what, the people at the party are going to say. It's just hard when you don't have law enforcement helping because, some family members at the party may not want to come out and say, yeah, she was drunk. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. This is 1:07 long. So there's a guy walking out, like you said. He looks like he's wearing like a safety vest, like a tow truck driver or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, me too, Robin. Does she leave with anything?
It looks like she was just chatting him up,
Did her debit card not go through? That's the question. That's what I'm wondering.
No, because they said her last transaction was her debit card was from that gas station. So it did go through. Because that was the last time it was used. I mean, in some places, their things are so different now. They're little key things. I have to ask sometimes at the grocery store. Got new ones, and
well, yeah, a lot of times they'll say, "Hey, just hit the green button."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she sure didn't like. Okay, so I'm not trying to overanalyze, but what's odd to me is how she's stepping backwards. Okay, usually when you pay and you grab your thing, you turn around and you walk out, right? Watch how she steps backwards a couple steps before even turning towards the door, like she's still talking to him. Maybe she knows him. And then she puts her hand on her head and then she walks out.
But Jay, it's only, like they said, a block from her grandma's. So this is probably a place she frequents a lot.
But at 4 a.m, though?
I mean, I don't know, but who knows how late these people work. If she works in the morning, she might see them on the morning shift.
No, her sister said no, they're not typically at that store at that time of night. Ooh, we're not even close to being done yet. Oh, it's a repeat, I think. Did they show her backing up? Oh, yeah. This is the whole video.
Yeah, it does. This is just part of it because it's 30 minutes long after.
30 minutes? What do you mean?
That's what her sister said, that they watched 30 extra minutes of it.
She was there that long?
No, I mean like of the whole video, like probably like before and after.
So I think her family did see the before and after, Janice.
Yeah, the aunt did. I mean, she looks like she has a pretty big extended family, and there was a lot of people out there when they did that big group search. But it's sad that it's not law enforcement, and it's just having to be on the families and them calling to do a press.
He put something back. He put something back. See, I guess I would go in there and ask this guy, did you sell my sister the thing? Like, what did... I would want to talk to this guy right here.
I mean, and they very well probably did.
I'm sure they did. I'm just curious what he said.
Yeah.
Because I don't really see anything in her hands.
I mean, I can't tell from anything from this video. It's so grainy.
See, it's not grainy on my end. I just think she really whips that car door open.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed. I literally messaged Amanda about her whipping the car door open, and she said that's her gant, like her walk.
Oh, maybe
Like normal
the
walk.
wandering sub. You're probably right. He's crumpling the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
So she came out of here and went left instead of right towards home, but her sister said the friend that passed lived down that way.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's so puzzling. It makes me want to pull up Google.
I know. Let's do it. Pull up Google Earth Pro. Only 6 o'clock.
Sunny said she put something in her pocket.
Mm-hmm. Maybe her debit card.
Did she have a bag on? I didn't notice.
No, she didn't have her bag. That's what I said. I didn't notice. She didn't carry her purse in, so she must have left her purse in the car and just carried in her debit card, which I do all the freaking time, and I shouldn't, but I do. If I'm just running in to pay for something quick.
Yeah, right. Me too. I'll just shove my debit card in my pocket.
Do I sound weird that they're saying
No,
alligator
I think,
sound
no,
weird?
you don't sound weird.
They said I'm crackling. It's super loud.
What? Oh, there's static when you talk. Hang on. Let me double check. See if I can fix that.
I was like,
I don't know
what?
why. Why does my computer do that sometimes?
We believe you guys that I'm. They're all like,
But did it just start?
There is a crackle. Yes, very loud static buzzing. Oh. I'll go out, Jane.
No, how about now?
Come back here. Is it better now, guys? We gotta wait a minute because it takes a bit to catch up. It's better.
It's bad still? Okay, hold on. Let me fix her. I can fix you. Hold on.
They said I'm worse.
Okay, how about now? Let's give it a second. Now talk, Mel.
Hi, guys. Am I still crackly? Maybe it's
Because
my
you're not
ghost.
crackly to me at all.
I know you were crackly to me when you were interviewing them.
Really?
A little bit. And earlier, too.
Okay, it's better. I fixed it.
Okay.
Imagine that.
Sorry.
I am sorry.
guys.
All right, well, we're good. You know, sometimes shiz happens.
Thanks, guys. Pull up
Okay.
Google Maps. I want to know where this is, too, and how in the country it is. I'm intrigued.
All right, hold on. I'm going to make us small, and we're going to look at Google on YouTube, okay? Okay? Okay. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh, I hate when I get a coughing fit. Hold on. I'm going to have to get some to drink in a minute. Okay. Google Earth Pro. Hopefully we don't freeze up. Hey, Anissa. What's up? Okay, we're going to share some Google Earth Pro with you guys. If you haven't hit that like button, please do. Oh, there's Google Earth. It's all small. I'm like, where's my Google Earth? Mal, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I'm just getting this the right size. And then we're going to check out that terrain there. It looks very, very country from that video of her parents. And her dad, he just seemed frantic. Poor guy. Do we know why they don't live with the parents and why they live with grandma?
I think she's just older and probably just, wanted a place to live and lives with her grandma. I mean, she looks like she graduated high school.
Well, they
and
all do, she said.
Mhm.
All the kids
Just
do.
the brother and her. I don't know.
Okay, so give me an address here. I'm going to Lake what? Avocado?
The Lake Avocado is where her phone pinged, but the AM PM is by her home.
Okay, well that'll get us in the vicinity. So we're gonna go to Avocado Lake.
That's an hour and 12 minutes away from the gas station.
Oh wow. Okay, so let's go to the gas station first.
Yeah.
Do you have the address of the gas station or no?
No.
Or no? What's the name of the town? Dun, 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 dun.
I had to pull up my thing.
It is a big lake. Big lake. Let's go down. We can go right here on the edge. You figure that out, AM, PM, and I'll take a look here.
It was in Selma.
Selma. Okay. I wonder if there is cameras on this little building here at Avocado.
It said it was at AM PM gas station near her home in Selma on Nebraska. So that should be, I'm going to Google it, the exact address.
All right. We're going to Selma.
This one says it's on Highland. Oh, yep. It's 12. Hold on one second. 12019 South Highland Avenue.
You know, that came up when I started typing 120. The whole address pulled up. People must be searching it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at all the farms.
Yeah, she said it's very country. It's not like a city.
Okay, so
very
let's
close-knit
bring our
community.
little guy down here to the gas station.
I'm gonna have to watch from my computer or my phone because I don't see anything on our screen.
No, it's on YouTube. Oh, wow. There's like nothing around here. But she said she pinged over here in these fields.
No, they said when she turned out of the gas station, it would be towards that field on Nebraska, where sometimes they would go in the fields to hang out. She pinged at the lake was her last ping. But on surveillance, they seen her turn onto Nebraska, but she went the opposite direction of her home.
Okay, so now we're looking at
1 block from there.
Oops.
There you go. So she was right in the front where that white car is.
Yeah, so she's right where the white car is. And then, so she must have went like this, right? So she come out, she got in her car, and then she pulled out this way. And she went right instead of left?
They said on Nebraska.
That is Nebraska. So she
It
went
is?
this way?
That says Highland Avenue.
No, I'm on Nebraska. Highland runs the other way.
Oh, yeah.
So she went down that way?
Yes. She went right, they said, instead of left to go home.
Okay.
I can't, you got to move your thing over. You're like.
So she went that way. So she came out here. And she turned right. And she went this way.
They're saying she went left.
Oh, she went left. So to right would be home. All right. That's what I was wondering. So I got to turn around.
Yep.
She went out into the country into nowhere. So she come out this way and went this way. Down this road. Whoops, that's not a good line.
But then they seen her on surveillance that she backtracked and did come back into town. But they wouldn't tell them where the surveillance cameras were.
But came back into town where?
They didn't tell her. They just said they seen her on other cameras that she did make it back into town from this.
So there's a gap that they're not even letting them know where she was seen back in town?
Correct.
And they won't tell them what time?
No, remember she said they wouldn't tell them.
Oh my God, Gray Hughes, fuck directly off. Seriously. Someone reblock him. How rude. Shake your damn head somewhere else. Sick of your bullshit too.
Just because we're not all map geniuses.
Oh my God. Who
Like,
cares? Like,
I would not go into his be like SMA.
I'm shaking my head.
Yeah.
Like, dude, grow a set and fuck directly off.
How about just be thankful we're covering the case and putting light?
He doesn't care about that.
I
Come
hate
on
people.
now. Come on now. You know he don't care about that. I don't know how he still has listeners. He's such a dick. All right, so here's the corner of the intersection. See that? Gray pubes? Gray pubies? All butt hurt because other people use Google Earth. Come on.
Really?
He's got the patent on Google Earth, don't you know?
Yeah, that's all he does is maps. So it's like, okay.
All he does is troll me. He's been blocked for like a year. I just cleared my block list the other day.
See, that's what you get. And was he just like constantly checking to see if he's blocked or not?
Dude, I don't know, but it's absolutely disturbing.
He's like, oh, I'm not blocked. I better go write something nasty.
I got to get attention to my channel. You know what that's all about. I don't understand this. So they're not giving any deets on when she came back into town. So we have no idea if she was just driving around aimlessly or what. So this is the way that she went into literal fields.
Yeah, I mean, they said they would go, even Amanda said it's normal for them out there to just drive in fields and hang out and smoke, whatever. It's what they do.
Could she have had an accident and
no, because she came back into town and then went home. Remember, she was home, then went to the gas station, came back, and then she pinged at that lake.
So these are grapevines.
Yes, that's what she said.
This is March. So I'm sure they're full right now with leaves. I don't think you'd be able to see through these now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it just goes and goes and goes.
Yeah, and that's what parents were standing in front of when he was talking on the news.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
Because they searched all of that.
This is where they were searching all these. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for days before.
So what bothers me is that none of these people were nice enough to like give surveillance.
I know.
What
but
the
fuck? I did hear the mom say that she did talk to one lady on the country road. It was a nice Indian lady that even let them in her home, and she had like high-tech security with like fencing, and that they said they never seen her pass by it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just looking at these houses just to see if they have like visible cameras, but there's like
her mom, because I listened to her mom's interview and she said they did. But yeah, why isn't helicopters flying over these fields? Like, why are these people not helping them?
Because she's an adult.
It's terrible.
They have no sense of urgency. I know, it sucks. It really does. I've seen it a million times.
I mean, Gabby Petito was an adult as well.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just gonna say it like it is. Unfortunately, the media only picks up the cute blonde hair, blue eyed ones.
Yeah,
the pretty ones. I'm not saying Jolissa is beautiful in my eyes.
She is
beautiful. But you know how the stigma goes. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We all know how it goes. The minorities don't get the attention that they should when they're missing.
And it's bull crap.
Just gonna say it like it is. I don't.
She's very pretty. I seen her photo.
She's beautiful. Very pretty. She's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But all I'm saying is the media picks up, what they deem to be, America's girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not right. But look at all these trees. Holy cow.
If you have money.
Yeah, money. Yep. If these people had a bunch of money and had a private eye and a lawyer, you can bet your ass they'd be getting some answers, and they'd be getting a dog team out at the last ping. They would have the drones. They would have everything. Helicopters. I mean, what is the county sheriff in this county doing? Look at this place. It's desolate. The county sheriff, if they're not involved, they need to be. Because I can't imagine they're super busy. I mean, look at this place, Mal. It's nothing but farms.
Crazy. But like she said, it's small, so they're not equipped to probably do this. Then they need to pass it off to somebody who is, because this isn't fair. I mean, it's going on 3 weeks now. She could be,
I mean, she could literally be in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, really, she could.
Or in another state.
There is nobody out here. I mean, unless you live out here, why the fuck are you out here? You're not. So if she's on some back road, she could totally be in a ditch somewhere.
Or in a field.
She could have crashed in a field. You're right. But here's a fairly new house. You would think they would have some kind of surveillance.
At the lake. She pinged at the lake. We have to remember that. That was her last ping. So she made it through all these country roads. We can't forget
we're supposed to believe that she drove out here, drove around, came back into town, and then went an hour and 15 to that lake, and then was never seen again. That's how it went down.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
So, all right. That's what I'm going to do. Directions. You still watching, pubes? Watch me hack this. I've never done directions on Google Earth. This ought to make you cringe. Okay,
are you gonna do it?
12019. Yeah, I want to see the path to Avocado Lake. All right. Gloria, she says you're too funny. All right, let me make this big. I didn't realize.
I mean, was she just waiting to see, and then was like, "Oh, I'm gonna see." I'm trying all the time to see if he was blocked, and he's like, "Oh, not blocked."
Oh, him? I thought you were talking. Oh, I thought you were talking about Jolissa.
Did he hear Google Earth bells?
I know. Oh, look at Bella's fuck directly up.
Because he wasn't in here at all until you pulled up Google Earth.
You're so
Did
right.
he get a notification?
I didn't even think of that I logged in.
Yeah.
He gets notifications when J is for Justice logs into Google Earth.
So he can come bash her in her channel. So rude.
Oh, shit. I mean, that's a long way to drive at that time. You know it?
Yeah. I mean, if you think she was, and the thing that is like worries me is like she tried FaceTiming her sister at 5 something in the morning twice on Messenger, and then pinged there and then never seen again. That's got to be heavy on her
wouldn't
heart.
you think too that I know. Wouldn't you think too she would have been tired? She worked Saturday, took a nap, partied, then was at the store at 4 a.m. and then drove all the way out here.
Yeah, she said she slept and then got ready.
Yeah, she said she took
out.
a nap. Like she usually takes a nap, but she probably usually sleeps, and you know what I mean, at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she knew she could sleep the next day because she had off.
That's right. She did say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the route. Sorry. Oh, jeez.
Potato was the last call at 5:25, or because they didn't say when she pinged. They wouldn't release that.
So literally, listen to this. It's 26 miles on this first stretch, and then 32 miles on the second stretch. And then when she gets off that road and goes up here, that's 27 miles. Dude, that is far. That's not a hop, skip, and a jump like, oh, hey, I'm just going to take a drive out here. Like, that's a big deal. So what was, I still want to know what the attraction was to this avocado lake since it's so far from home.
Well, she said that it would be a place that they would go or hang out, or he would go out there. They would probably just hang out and smoke. Maybe
it's just like
a place to go. Like
it's a
people have a spot.
It's a long ways to go though. Like if I'm gonna go smoke a joint, I'm going like close. But maybe there's no water.
Maybe if you want to just go hang with your friends, there's water.
There's like no water around here. It's all farms, except for there. That's the closest.
No, crybaby. She didn't leave a message because she video called. It wasn't voicemail.
Yeah, she didn't text or anything. She didn't leave any chat messages.
So everyone's saying Avocado Lake is a thing to do. So it is a place where people would go to hang out.
Okay, but at 5 a.m, you're going there, and if that's a place you went with your deceased friend, you're going there not happy. I'm just gonna say it. You're going there. You're going there sad. Okay, you're going there sad.
But she pinged there and she's not there. So where is she?
I don't know. I trust
look,
AWP like 100%, but they're still humans.
But they searched it for days. And that's not very big to search. So I'm sure 2 days. That's not very big to search.
It's pretty big. Look at it. That's a pretty big body of water. Maybe not as big as that reservoir.
No, I don't think it looks very big. I'm gonna
Can
Google
you see
how big
see how deep it is. There's also the Kings River back here. Behind it, Fish Creek. Is that where they searched in here? This Kings, did they follow this?
They searched two lakes, I know for sure. It's 83 acres.
How deep? Could she have encountered someone at the lake? It's entirely possible. Look at Verna. Verna went out in the middle of the day and there was a dude with no pants on.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of the day. So who's to say, she didn't come into contact with someone at this lake? That's entirely possible. I mean, at this point, anything's entirely possible. But if she last pinged here, I don't understand how she's not here.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, a car. You're not just talking about a person. We're talking about a car missing.
Why does
Glenda said they said it's dangerous. A lot of drownings there, grassy on the bottom.
That's all I've read is a bunch of drownings so far when I've tried Googling the depth.
But I wonder if they have like a little building over here where there might be cameras. But I can't get over there. I can't see. Yeah. Let's go down by the parking.
I mean, in June, 2 brothers drowned in there.
Jesus. See, this puts me here, but I can't see the water from here. And this is from 2018.
I wish it would tell me the depth.
Oh, this is from actually 2007. Jesus. You can tell it's in the country when Google doesn't get out there since 2007.
I think
What
Google
do you think of that, Pubes?
I think it should update every single day, to be quite honest with you, because they would probably find people so much faster because you could
They
just
need
go
to
back
hook up
over
with
and look.
Elon and his Starlink, right?
Literally.
But I mean, this is June of 2007, and look there's hardly anybody here. It's so desolate. I know. Gray better get on the phone with his Google connection and tell him to get their asses out to Avocado Lake and update their imaging. Get on with his person at Google. Shar says, I tried finding the depth of the lake, but couldn't find it.
Yeah, I've been looking as well.
Ask Alexa. Maybe she knows. She knows random bullshit.
I don't have my Alexa on.
You don't?
Because, no, I
Mine's not
turned it off
connected.
because it was being crazy.
Somebody asked their Alexa, how deep is Avocado Lake? Somebody's will answer.
It just says elevation 482 feet. That's all it says.
Angie B. All right, let me see if I can find it. How deep is Avocado KK Lake?
I already looked
California. I know. Where's Google Fingers when you need her?
I know. Well, that's what I was like. I'm not Google Fingers over here.
I've Google Fingers. I've got a Facebook video of the lake at 50% capacity.
Yeah, I see it too.
Did you see that? I can't get it to load. Oh yeah, I can only find the elevation as
The
well.
deadliest lake in California
Oh my
is
God.
Avocado Lake.
How many deaths at Avocado Lake? It says. That's a Google search. Lake.
Yeah, it says deadliest lake in California is Avocado Lake.
What? Ew, weird. Listen, Lake of Shadows, The Legend of Avocado Lake, a documentary horror film based on the many drowning deaths at Avocado Lake and what lurks below. What? Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I'm going to pull this up. I think it might be a little video. Hold on.
I mean, they found the people that drowned there.
Creep Town, dude. Who did?
When these 2 boys went
Adventures
missing,
with
they
Purpose
found
them?
No, in June when these boys went
I'm surprised
drowned, they found
Adventures with Purpose didn't find any dead bodies. For crying out
well,
shits.
they don't really, their sonar doesn't really show dead bodies. It just
I mean,
shows,
are you kidding? The deadliest lake in California. What?
Mm-hmm. How can they not have the depth anywhere?
Dude, I don't know. Let me see if this works.
I'm going to ask Siri on my phone.
Why isn't it playing? Lake of Shadows, The Legend of Avocado Lake. Oh, dear God. What the fuck? Guys. Bella, please, you're scaring me. Who are these people? And why are they disemboweled? Osby Shooketh. Alligator, where'd you go? Did the lamp freaking
No, all I get is elevation, 482 feet. That's all I get. And it gives me the latitude, longitude. Doesn't give me anything on the freaking depth.
I mean, are you seeing these photos?
Yes.
What is this?
I don't know.
Who's Sue Harper? I feel like I'm gonna puke. What did I just find? You just can't make this shit up. This is live. Okay,
Mr. Positive, is that real? 1,650 feet? There's no way it can be that deep.
What?
I've never heard of something.
Alexa said 1,900 feet deep.
What?
That's what they're saying.
I mean, there's no way anyone would pick that up on sonar if that's true.
This is not a video game, Jamie.
Okay. Potato said, I found 300-foot depth on a fishing site, but not sure.
On a fishing site?
He said, I am serious, Alligator. I've never heard of a lake. Amanda, is that true? She just came back in. Did you know that it's that deep?
It's 2,000 feet deep. I mean, this looks like the bottom of it, if this is where they filmed it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we can probably look on it.
There's an explanation. Lake of Shadows. The Legend of Avocado Lake follows a group of young, aspiring filmmakers as they set out to uncover the truth about a local urban legend at a mysterious lake resort. Lake of Shadows will combine the subgenre of found footage and traditional horror as the team seeks out a legend of a large man-eating fish that lives in the lake. This documentary horror film combines urban legend with fact and incorporates the subgenre of found footage, featuring an all-star cast. What? This is from 2017. I guess it was a failed campaign. There is a story that Avocado Lake was originally a gravel sand pit and was actively mined for decades. As the legend goes, the mining company dug so deep that they actually dug past the underground water table. Supposedly, water started filling the open gravel pit mine at such a rate that the workers had to abandon all the equipment in the deep pit. As the legend goes, the equipment is still down there at the bottom. But what else lies below? Dark waters hold dark secrets. One particular story of a large catfish occupying the murky waters has inspired this project. These are the directors, Michael Rodriguez and Tino Zamora.
Does Adventures have video of them diving or no? Because they just kind of sonar. They don't dive.
I don't
I'm just
know.
curious
I
if there's-
don't know. Okay. I'm looking at the cast of this movie and I don't like it. It's weird.
Yeah, it's 83 acres wide. That's big.
Will's TV says I was out there with AW.
Yeah.
So Doug from No Thanks was out there?
Yeah, I heard because he lives out there. I heard he went out and did drone when I watched their
Does he have
interview.
video of it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, Amanda said it was 20 feet when someone asked.
She said it was 20 feet. Well, you're wrong, honey. It's very deep.
So they got porn stars to go in this movie.
Oh my God.
I know.
Get
Look at the
off of-
chick in the yellow. She's so plastic. I think she gonna melt. That chick about to melt. Okay, so 460 feet deep is pretty damn deep. So how could AV or Adventures with Purpose be 100% sure? I would need to hear them say that because I need to know what they're...
I think they said their sonar goes up to like, I want to say 600 feet, if I remember watching in their videos. Okay, let's get this gruesome shit off there.
What is...
Oh.
What are you talking about? It's off there.
Well, I still see it.
Okay, I'm going to watch a video on Adventures with Purpose, a news thing. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, I better speed it up. That was weird. Okay, here we go. Here is CBS 47. CBS 47, if you want to strike me. There you go.
Please don't strike her because we're looking for a missing person.
Oh, hold on. They don't have sound. 2 hours to cover that lake? Did you hear that?
I don't know.
How did they clear it in 2 hours?
Amanda said they have a non-news interview of them.
Who does?
Amanda said they do. She said, Jay, we have a non-news interview of them.
I don't, though.
No.
Our Juanita Adame was at the lake, and she has more for us.
The area of Avocado Lake has been ruled out. It took a dive team only 2 hours to figure out that Jolissa Fuentes is not inside that lake. As the search for 22-year-old Jolissa Fuentes of Selma continued on Thursday afternoon.
It's a process of elimination for us.
Doug Bishop.
Okay. Yeah, there's sound. What's your name? Gloria? Gloria? Take a chill pill, babe. She's like, I didn't hear squat.
Was at the lake, and she has more for us.
The area of Avocado Lake has been ruled out. It took a dive team only 2 hours to figure out that Jolissa Fuentes is not inside that lake. As the search for 22-year-old Jolissa Fuentes of Selma continued on Thursday afternoon.
It's a process of elimination for us.
Doug Bishop and Nick Rinn, members of a volunteer dive team called Adventures with Purpose, who are credited with finding Kylie Rodney, the missing 16-year-old from Placer County. Kylie was found dead in her car in a lake near Truckee. It's a case that drew national attention. Confirmed that neither Jolissa nor her car were in Avocado Lake.
So far today, we've been able to rule out Avocado Lake. We have spent the last few hours running sonar, and we were able to dive on a target that we identified.
As far as this lake, it has a lot of growth on it, a lot of kind of algae weeds that are, 2 to 4 feet tall. So you kind of have to sift through all the algae to make sure you don't miss anything.
The crew's next stop was Pine Flat Dam, another location where her phone was last pinged.
Okay, so there's more than one ping. There's not just one ping. Crazy.
To come out and help the family out.
Sandra Archuleta, Jolissa's aunt, said the last 2 weeks have been agonizing for her family.
We're a pretty close family already, but it definitely changed a lot of things in our family.
The family is not losing hope in finding Jolissa.
We're all on Live 360. We're all on, knowing each other's locations even more so now.
But Archuleta said this situation has definitely taught them about the importance of communication with each other.
From the littlest ones all the way up to us adults, making sure that, we have a really close knowledge of where we're at.
The crew plans to continue the search tomorrow at Pine Flat, but as for now, the search for Jolissa Fuentes continues. Reporting in Fresno, Juanita Adame, KC24 Local.
Okay, so they ruled out the dam and they ruled out this lake, Avocado Lake. So
yeah, Pine Flat and Avocado Lake.
It sounds like they sifted through all the grasses and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So they did go in. That's why I was curious if they actually went in. So they did see targets in there and ruled them out.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. So she's not in there. But then the news says she pinged at the dam. So where else did she ping? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't hear him say she pinged at the dam.
Yeah. She said they searched the dam, another place where her phone last pinged.
Weird.
Right. Let's watch this one. Probably an ad. Nope.
The YouTube dive team Adventures with Purpose, based out of Oregon, jumped into action on Thursday, helping in the search for the missing Selma woman, 22-year-old Jolissa Fuentes.
Every day is a new day for miracles.
On Thursday, before the dive team entered the waters, Jolissa's family prayed. Her aunt, Sandra Archuleta, says they are continuing to keep hope alive.
As we say in my family, we wake up in the morning, it's a new day for miracles. So expecting a miracle today, knowing that she's not in this water.
The family reached out to the dive team, feeling that law enforcement was not doing enough. This is the same group that found the car and remains of 16-year-old Kylie Rodney in a Northern California reservoir on Sunday. The first thing the team did when they arrived at Avocado Lake was to scan with sonar equipment.
Our unique skill set with sonar is rare. And so, we just want to help as many families and law enforcement agencies as possible.
For us, it's just a blessing and honor to have them here. They are, like I said, a tremendous group of men and have been very compassionate and for my family, and we're just so grateful to them to be out here and taking their time.
The Fresno County Sheriff's Office and Selma Police point out that they have been searching for Jolissa. They say they've conducted a thorough search concentrating on the shoreline. They say there's no sign of a car and they have no indication Jolissa is in there. But Doug with Adventure with Purpose says they will give it all they got.
Not always that we can solve a case, but we're able to rule out areas 100% so that other resources can be applied efficiently to other areas.
Now, authorities have no reason to believe that any criminal act or foul play has occurred. Jolissa was last seen driving a silver Hyundai sedan in the Selma area. Stick with Action News for the latest information. In Fresno County, Brittany Jacob, ABC 30 Action News.
Something happened because she hasn't used her debit cards. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. For them to say that they ruled out criminal activity, how can you rule it out? She hasn't used her debit card. Her car's missing. She's nowhere to be found.
I don't know, but Will's TV was there when Adventures was there.
Yeah.
He said he has a video of them diving. So let me see. I'm going to try to find your channel, Wills. It's kind of hard because I can't click on you from chat. Will's TV.
I mean, how can they say they can rule anything out at this point?
Wills, do you care if I play any of your videos? Because you have a couple. I hope it's okay.
So we at the store, AM, PM.
Oh, shoot.
And Jolissa Fuentes.
Wait, I got to share screen.
He said second video.
I don't know if this is the first or second, but that lake sounds really creepy. If that is the urban legend, you wouldn't catch me there by myself at night. Hells to the no.
But if you grew up there and that's what you're used to doing and going, it's probably not like that for them. You know
But
what
can
I'm
you
saying?
imagine how dark it is there?
I mean, I would go in, you know, a mass murderer's house if I could, because I'm a creep.
Okay, yeah, that's creepy. Okay.
That stuff doesn't bother me.
I know, because...
I could hold brains in my hand and be like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Okay, so thank you for this, Wills. We are going to check this out. Let's see.
He said not the live because it was bad signal, so the second one.
Oh, okay. Let me go to his actual channel. You guys check out Will's TV. Avocado Lake with Adventures with Purpose. This is the live. I think I had the right one to begin with. Crazy how desolate, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks so dry there.
So they did say, though, that Fresno County was on the case, too.
Well, that's good.
And they don't think she was abducted, and there's nothing criminal. So it sounds to me like they know a little more than what they might be saying. I don't know. Seems like she was sad. And she was by herself. I don't like that.
I just wish I knew why she was calling her sister twice at that time of the night.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's just gone.
I hope they can get in her Apple account.
Me too. I'm going to ask my friend for sure.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that hard to reset it. But I know what she means where it says you have to okay it from another device. That can put a stop to it. Look, they do have a buoy in there that was their target.
Yeah, and then it will lock your phone. Yeah, they did dive on it.
It just seems like 2 hours. Wow, how do you clear that big body of water in that little boat in 2 hours?
I watched their videos. Their sonar, side sonar, goes 75 feet.
Oh,
side.
really? Wow.
Yep. The other night I binge watched all of them. I subbed.
I would have never thought it went that far out.
Yep, 75 feet. Yeah, I paid for their subscription. They do great work.
Robin Smith said her family said she walked in groves to think and clear her head. She could be anywhere. They really need helicopters and drones.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
They don't do the whole lake, only within a distance of an entry point.
Right, where you could get in and then like you would see if there was an accident. So they don't obviously go where you don't see an accident. So they just go where there's like actual entry points to get in.
They sure do, Heidi. I agree. And for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I paid to sub to them. So now I
mean, this dude that's going down, I have so much respect for him because he's the one that sees whatever's there.
Yep.
But Janice, I'm thinking if she walked into the groves, where did she park?
Right, her car has to be somewhere.
I mean, you got to think about that guy's mental status. He goes down there and finds the deceased. He verifies that there's someone in the vehicle. You know, that takes a lot on your psyche.
And they have kids.
So much respect for what they do. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that they went and did the Kylie one, even though it was out of their realm of what they typically do, just because I think it got them a lot more coverage to show what they do. Because I think a lot of...
Well, now look. Now they're doing another one. They just did this one now.
I know.
So
They're going to have
maybe
to grow their team, man, because they're going to get worn out. I agree, Chat Daddy. I mean, that is like beyond brave. I wouldn't have the gall to go dive down knowing there could be someone deceased. It would be really hard.
And it's really neat because like when you sub and pay to them, you can see, I like can watch videos that you guys can't just look and see. And it was really interesting watching them. I watched for like 7 hours.
This is yeah, this is great. Will's TV. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you.
It would be mental burnout for sure.
But they love it. You can see when they talk, they have passion.
Well,
they said it's passion.
I think that when you deal with these families and you see like the relief after 20 years of them having answers, it's rewarding. It's rewarding. You know, just like when I worked in hospice, I always felt like it was rewarding. Some people don't understand that, but it is, because you see the difference you make.
When I say that to people, they think I'm crazy, but I'm like, no, it's the best time. Like when you're with somebody's family, with their family's last days, like it's very rewarding.
Oh yeah.
It really
and
is.
they put so much trust in you, you know.
Yeah, agreed.
It's an honor to have some, like, people put that kind of trust in you at the end of life, especially.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Moon Rover, they look at it like they're, you know, they're helping. They don't look at it as like, oh my God, this person's dead. You know, they're helping these people have closure.
Well, and the crazy thing is they just started out to do clean up environment.
Is that how they started?
Yeah, just to clean up the environment and find like sunglasses and cell phones to return to people. And then they started finding cars with people in them, and that changed their whole thing. Yep. Yep, they just
He found a
started
metal cable. See, they're even ruling out what the metal was they picked up on. He's like, it was rusty cable, like thorough. Hey, Prairie Boy. My #1 fan's in the house. Yeah, so they picked up on metal. That's where they put that buoy. And then he went down there and he's like, nope, that was the metal we picked up. It wasn't a car. Thorough.
I don't think they would have left there if they didn't feel confident.
Nope. They would not have said it was clear. They wouldn't have said it was clear. I don't. I agree. I trust you, and I trust that they would not do that. They're not irresponsible like that. If they weren't able to clear it, I think they would say that. Oh my goodness, we have a crime scene cleaner in chat. Stars and Stripes. I'm a crime scene cleaner, my own company. Yes, we do have such compassion for the families. We pray with them and hug them. The families are very important to us. I can't imagine.
Oh my God, I would love to do that too.
You know, that is one thing I never knew, that when there's a crime in someone's home, that they don't clean it up for you.
Nope.
They will leave blood and whatever, and the family is left to clean that up.
And pay for it.
And pay for it. How awful. So yeah, thank you for your service that you do, Stars and Stripes, because that is not a job that just anybody can do. But somebody has to do it, right? It's one of those things. You're thankful for the ones that have the stomachs to do it because somebody has to do it. Crazy. I want to go back to the Google thing for a second and see.
She said some homeowners insurance do cover the cleaning.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
But still, even the fact that you even have to set it up has got to be awful.
Horrifying. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so back to Google. So they checked this dam and they checked Avocado Lake. Where did this girl go?
I don't know. And then her phone was done. So could her phone have died and she didn't have a charger? Is that a possibility?
I mean, I guess
Or
anything's a
somebody have
possibility.
dumped her phone out there.
Well, where's this dam? I mean, because this Kings Lake, whatever, goes forever. But there's not any other big bodies of water around this Avocado Lake. There's the Kings River. Let's go back up to the sky. Oops. So if we look along her route, there's not really any bodies of water.
Mm-mm.
So they really have nothing. They're left with no clues. But my question is, did she ping back in town after the lake?
No. Her last ping, and they wouldn't give the time, was at that lake. And I get why they won't release the ping time, because if it's criminal, they have to keep it close, you know. Eventually they'll release it, but for now they're not going to. I mean, look how much they changed Kylie Rodney's freaking last ping.
It's just
Or last thing.
it's
crazy.
So crazy. Sue Nelson, I have not heard anything about hitchhiking. I have not.
No.
I'm just going to drop down here for a second. I just want to see what it's like. I mean, literally nothing.
Mm-hmm. All we know is they tried calling her in the morning and her phone was off, like no answer.
I wonder what time they tried calling.
She said when her grandma got home from church.
Oh, so it was like 5 or 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there is, I guess, water. There's places. I mean, you just don't know what she was thinking. Was she going somewhere to clear her head, and did something happen? You know, was there an accident?
I mean, would she have left her phone out there and then drove somewhere else? Or did her phone die and that was her last ping, but she continued on? You know what I mean? She could have maybe not had a charger. She was gone a long time. And then something happened. You know what I'm saying? But at least they ruled out the water, and I think that's what they were hopeful for. So now, like they said, on to the next step, you search other areas where the roads would lead from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I would literally take this entire drive and I would stop at
Everywhere.
every place on the way.
Me too.
I wouldn't know what else to do. I mean, you have an RV park. I mean, if you look at the businesses along the way that may have some kind of cameras, Riverbend RV Park, but then that's set way back. I mean, there's like ranch. It's not a whole lot,
Yeah,
but
not a whole lot of cameras out there.
But like these houses, let's see. Let's go down here by this house. I'm just curious what kind of houses are down here. See, that's a nice place. You would think these people right here would have cameras. Wouldn't you? They're set back. They got fencing all around. What?
But look how far back their house
No,
is.
I would think they would have cameras down here so they can monitor who's coming in. I mean, they've got a gate. These people have cameras. Look, they have a gate.
Mhm.
But it's been 3 weeks.
Yep.
Now it's been
That's what I'm
3
saying.
weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think people with, gated electric fences around their home would probably have cameras out here. Because they want to know who's pulling in.
It would have been different if she drove like highways and main roads, but she literally drove country roads where there isn't cameras.
Yeah, and
That's
why
all
aren't
out
people
there.
calling her sister back?
Good question. How rude to at least just say, no, I cleared the cameras and there's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, every time my ring goes off, I look at it.
Right? I mean,
and if I knew I could find a missing girl, I would be like going slow-mo through every video I had.
yeah.
Some people just don't care and don't want to be bothered.
No, they
and
don't.
Just are
They want to
selfish.
just be in their own little bubble and not deal with people. So let's go down here. These are some nice homes, it looks like. Dude, these homes have cameras. I guarantee it. But now so much time has passed. I don't know. I mean, it's worth trying. There's not that many homes. So really what you'd have to do is just drive this hour and whatever and just stop at these random homes. I mean, that's what I
because
would
they
do.
would know the road she drove there because her phone would be pinging from towers.
I mean, look at these homes, you guys. They're beautiful. Look at this shiz.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gated. There's cameras on this road. Did her sister say that they said that she didn't drive down this road? Did I hear that right?
I thought that's what they said. I thought that one lady did answer, but they said it was country road. So I don't know if she meant in town or out here, but she said there was a lady with a really nice house that had a camera and they invited her in and
that's
their
right.
family in and everything. And they checked and there was nothing, that she never drove. So I don't know if she meant in town or out here.
Look how beautiful that is right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know either, but she might have been talking about these because there's...
Yeah. We just need to share it out.
Because the people that live out here, they own, these groves and shit. Lots of money. But I mean, look, there's no cars. These are desolate roads. You're not going to have eyewitnesses at that time of the day. I don't know. It's nagging at me. The loss of our friend being a year ago this month.
But you also have to think by 5:30 in the morning, the sun is starting to come up.
I don't know out there. I don't know when the sun comes up out in California.
It's California, I'm sure. I mean, the sun here, I drive to work. I leave at 5:30. The sun's coming up.
6:27. Tomorrow it'll rise at 6:28.
But look at 3 weeks ago, because now we're getting into like fall or times where it's getting darker and earlier and sun's coming up
On
later.
August 7th. Let's see. Isn't that crazy? You can find anything online. On August the 7th, the sunrise was at 6:08.
See, big difference.
So it was, and then at 8. Well, and it would have been later than that. Oh no. When did she ping when was she at the store for? So maybe she got out there and called her sister because that was at 5:30ish.
Right. Yeah, 5:23.
So so then 40 minutes later the sun comes up.
Yeah. So we know she had her phone at 5:23.
Yeah.
Videoing her sister. So in a half an hour, it's light. where could she have went without a trace?
Yeah, I don't know. I have something that nags at me, but I just hate saying it. It reminds
And
me
either
of
way,
it.
though, where would she be?
It reminds me of another case that I worked on years ago.
No, I know.
They were
what
in
you're
New
saying.
York, and no, there was this family in New York, and their sister was missing for like 2 weeks, and we did this thing. This was like way before YouTube, but we did this thing where we called like Walmart, and we got waters, paper for flyers, tape, all this stuff for this family, and they set up this thing and they hung all these flyers. Well, search. They looked everywhere. They had a last ping, same thing. And after 2 weeks, she was in her car in a parking lot.
Wow.
Yeah. It was really sad. But, it happens. And it just makes me sad. That's all. Because it seemed like she disappeared, this same girl. Her name was like, Jasmine Josephine or something like that.
Out here? Unless she turned her phone off and went somewhere else in the woods somewhere. That's the
But
only
why would she do
explanation.
that? Like, for all intents and purposes, it doesn't seem like she would do that. Like, why ditch your phone? Like, you're going to call your sister and then ditch your phone? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If not saying this, then please, people, don't start this damn rumor. But I'm saying if she wasn't mentally okay and was calling because she wasn't, and then just decided to turn it off and go somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to have theories, and unfortunately it's one of them, as much as we don't want to talk about
Well,
it.
no, and I mean, I think it's
That's right
plausible because she lost her friend a year ago this month. This is a place that they went to, and she's just gone.
Yeah, she was frustrated, kicked out of a party. Brother and sister were unavailable. It was the anniversary of her friend. I mean,
yeah, we don't know what her headspace was, and I think you have to keep that in mind that she could have been in a bad headspace. And people hide it very well. They do it all the time. I mean, I hate to say this and I hate talking about that because I definitely do not want this to be, the outcome for this case. But, they say, a lot of times when people end up, committing suicide or whatever, oh, I had no idea. He seemed so happy. You hear things like that and it's just, it makes it so confusing because you just don't know. You just don't know. But I mean, we're hoping for for her to come home safe. We're hoping for her to be okay. We're hoping that maybe she just, took a break. I don't know.
but I mean, her family seemed pretty close and
Very
very religious. I
close.
don't know that she would have just taken a break to worry everybody. I don't know. We just gotta keep her picture out and don't let them just forget about her, I feel like they don't cover stories like they should in certain cases, and this is one of them. And it's really sad that it took 16 days for them to even do a press conference.
I agree.
Sickening.
So can we verify that? She was asked to leave the party. She wasn't really kicked out. She was just like, hey, you're being too loud. Like everybody's sleeping. So she left.
And I think the party that she was at was the same place where the accident happened with her friend.
Oh, fuck.
It was the same group of friends.
She could have been triggered. I mean, people carry around things, you guys. That's why I'm saying, that's why I always say, be kind to people because you don't know what they're living. You don't know what the hell's going on in their lives, in their heads. And it just is so much easier to be kind because you just don't know what someone's going through.
Yeah, look at Robin Williams. Who would have ever thought
to me,
that?
you know what? To me, people like him are poster children for people that are carrying around trauma. I think all those comedians do. That's why they joke and cover things up. It's like that's their shield. It's almost to me so transparent that someone, when they're over the top funny like that and aren't really serious, that they're hiding, something that's hurtful to them. I don't know. That's just always been my insight.
Mm-hmm.
I think too fucking much, though. You know that, Alligator.
Yep.
But just be kind to people.
Show you the lifeline.
Be kind to people. And, sometimes, the ones that are bubbly and seem to have it together are the ones that don't speak up and say, hey, I'm having a hard time. Because they always have it together. And everyone just expects them to have it together. So I think we need to really pay close attention to those around us and take into consideration things they're going through, because life's hard right now, especially for young people.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody needs to be kind, even to adults, even on YouTube. Sometimes people just get so ramped up, and I think you just need to take a step back and think, like, you could say one thing to somebody and that could be the last thing that puts them over the edge. You just have to be kind.
Yeah, you don't know, especially on YouTube, man. You don't know these people. You don't know what they're going through. You have no idea what their mental state is. You have no idea what their mental capacity is. Do not fuck with people. Just leave them alone. Yeah, especially on YouTube, man. Someone could be a ticking time bomb and you don't know. I mean, I've had people that were moderators for me that I literally just made them not a moderator. And I thought, oh my God, this person's on the verge of losing sanity. It's scary. So yes, Glenda, look what happened to Doug. Look what that crazy motherfucker almost beat him to death.
Yes.
Over YouTube views.
Yeah. It's so insane to me. I just can't.
A grown man with a family almost beat another man to death over YouTube views.
Yep.
So that's
People
what I'm saying.
Real life.
So what I'm saying is, if we keep in mind that maybe this girl was dealing with demons that no one was aware of, there could be clues. There could be clues in the phone. There could be clues with whoever, was at that party. Was she talking about her friend? Was that something they were revisiting? We just don't know. No thanks, Doug. Doug live from Northport here in the Florida.
But I mean, it could also be she took a wrong turn. She ended up in a ditch. She was hurt, been out there, can't find her. I mean, there could just be so many. At this point, we don't know. We're just up in the air until they have more leads. And right now they have none. They have pings and video surveillance and cameras that they don't share with the family. So they've seen something.
And that's why I asked her sister too, if there was any bad blood from that fight that ended in the murder of her friend.
Well, obviously not, because she was back at that.
And she said no. I mean, she said no. I bet Stars and Stripes. Just be kind. Yeah, just be kind. Because you just don't know. And you know what? Even if you take that all aside, just be kind to people anyways, because you know what? It takes less effort. Like, it takes so much more energy and effort to be a mean motherfucker and to search up things on people just to use against them and go live about them. Like, do something good. Like, go live about a missing person, for fuck's sake. Because no one cares about YouTubers' personal lives. I mean, they do, obviously, because they watch the shit. But I'm just saying, no one should.
And I'm just curious how much, if she did get money, did she get actual cash or did she just get her debit card?
Her sister said that her card was not used. No, nothing's been used.
But I'm saying if she had cash.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. But, she's got all these friends and not one person's heard from her.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, her and her sister seem pretty close. So I think, she kept calling her and calling her and calling her. So.
Yeah. Well, I think that the best we can do right now is if anybody that is watching this right now or in a replay lives in that area, if you could, look up or if you know of any groups or of any resources for them and pass it along. Anything we can do for drones is huge.
Mm-hmm. Dogs.
Helicopters.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish they'd do a helicopter search.
Me too.
Because she has a silver car. It's not like we're looking for just a person. We're looking for a car.
Who's the one YouTuber that went out and used his personal helicopter for Dylan rounds?
I don't know.
What was his
I
name?
didn't see that.
Yeah,
parking lots. Yes, parking lots. Bullhorn Betty says, "Hi all. I'd like to know when she made a west on Nebraska if she stopped at a friend's house and someone's not saying anything."
No, because she pinged after the Nebraska at the lake. Heavy D, that's who used it. Heavy D Sparks used his helicopter.
He has a helicopter?
Yeah,
That's
he has
cool.
his own personal helicopter.
Well,
so
someone
maybe
should reach out to him.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's an idea. Good. They have a GoFundMe. If you guys can please put that in chat.
And it's also on our Jays for Justice podcast page, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Facebook.
well, thank you for that, Malagata.
I think Shell or somebody put it on there. I didn't.
All right. Well, we've got some things to put together, so we're going to end this stream. It's 8:20. Holy hell, Maligator.
I know. And I work in the morning, so I have to
Chill
go see
Vibes lives in the San Diego area, which is south, but yeah, but some said she never goes to that area by herself and thought she might have been with someone after the store. Oh, like maybe she picked someone up. She could have picked someone up. But we don't know.
No.
All right. Well, let's end that and we will get some things together and get with Amanda. Thank you again, Amanda, for everything. Thank you, Maligator.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much, Irene, for coming on and talking about your sister and telling us everything that you could. Her sister sounds like a sweetheart, and I hope that we can help. Good night, Jay Quinn. Oh my God, Jay Quinn's sick. Mr. Jay Quinn, feel better. I'm just getting over COVID.
Roberta.
Roberta. All right, Maligator.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
live
coming
today.
I know we made up for lost time today, didn't we?
I know, right?
All right, I know I've missed you. So thank you so much. And thank you for all your digging that you did on the Natalie case. That was really disturbing, but I'm glad that we talked about it.
Yeah.
So I want to thank the subscribers we got. We are getting close to 70K, you guys. Miss Reed, The Adventures of Maya and Little Lou, Gladys DePizzo, Pleased Roses gave us a super chat. Thank you. And May Laura subscribed. Conchita Marie Calles. I hope I didn't mispronounce that too bad. Anita Duncan. Kitty Time 87. That deserves another meow. And Muffin Top has been a member for 3 months. Whoop, whoop. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Sarah. Megs. She's been absent for a while. Good to see you. And hey, Leo. Thank you, Betty. Appreciate that. All right, you guys. Dance this motherfucker out. Love you, Mel.
Love you.
Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you guys tomorrow.
Not me.
I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late.